Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking. It means a lot to you guys keep clicking. If you guys keep clicking, I'll keep making. And we had 6 people left. I mean, like usually this is finale, so this is weird that it's not finale. It's the episode before the finale. It's the penultimate step of the war, as Winners at War framed it. And we have an interesting group of people. I think as many critiques as I have for this season. And as up and down as I am on it, the one thing that has been consistent on every single episode, and we're really just throughout the season, it's been a great theme, is that the better characters are staying. Like except obviously for a few big exceptions. But I feel like overall, for us to get like a final 8 where we have Hai, Drea, Jonathan, Mike, that's a great final 8. And even the quote unquote bad characters, you have Romeo's the worst player here, and he's still a decent character. Even though we thought he was going to be like the most boring player ever.
Is he?
I think he's still a decent character.
You just love watching guys sit down and eat rice.
I think he's still a decent character.
Pick it up with the scraps and feed it to himself.
I would say he had a chance of being a decent character like early on, but since the merge, he's been really lame.
He's more than I expected him to be at the merge.
Actually, real quick, I just want to ask, are your guys' winner picks still in the game? Because last episode, Drea was my winner pick, and she got voted out. What were your guys' winner picks? I forgot. I remember mine was Drea.
I either picked like Omar or...
I think you picked Chanel.
Chanel?
Did you guys both pick Chanel?
Yeah. No, my last winner pick that we did?
Like the winner pick, the preseason winner pick.
Mine was
Drea.
Chanel.
Yeah, wasn't your Chanel?
Before we even started.
Mine was like Chanel, Omar, or like Daniel, and I mean,
let's
go.
Two
of those are gone, and Omar is.
We couldn't only have one winner pick, Spencer. So
no, I just can't remember which one it was.
My biggest go-to was Swati, but that like lasted only two episodes.
Yeah, remember when we thought Swati was a good player? That's crazy.
That's who it was. It was Swati, the person I settled on. I was like, oh, this is my final winner pick. Like after like the second week, I was like, okay, I got it.
It was like a two-span episode where we thought like Swati was an excellent player.
Swati had the perfect she was a perfect strategist. She was doing everything right. She's navigating her tribe. She was like young, but she didn't seem like it. Yeah,
and now she's begging for boyfriends on Twitter.
Yeah. She also seems cool, but now she seems super cringe and not a good player.
You think Russell's gonna scoop her up now? Russell's pretty,
I think he has higher standards.
Russell has higher standards than that. He's
I mean, have you seen his Twitter, dude? I don't know.
Yeah, he's down bad.
He's scrapping to the bottom of the world.
He's really.
Russell's the kind of guy always goes for the home run. He might, he's not going to take singles.
Right. He's not taking a bunt, bro.
Lucid Dreams like on repeat.
Swati's a bunt, bro.
Swati's a bunt.
He's like, bro. He's really like listening to Juice WRLD songs and like crying in his room right now. He's so down bad.
Girls are the same.
All girls are the same. I sold her panties on eBay. Oh, that shit. Oh my god, that was fire, bro.
That's not a. I don't know.
He sold her panties on eBay.
That was not what he sold. He sold her shirt or whatever.
Same thing.
That's a big difference.
It's a gigantic difference. Okay. So now that Sky's done doing what he usually does, being a crazy person, we can get to this actual Survivor season that we're like talking about. Overall, it's tough because I always go back and forth in this season from it being an objectively bad. Of course, I think the season will never hit 41. 41 for me, after really letting it settle in my mind, is probably a bottom 15 season. After I've had time to reflect on it. I think I originally had it at like 23rd, maybe to 22nd. Now I'd say it's probably at like 27, 28. Whereas I think the season will never get there. I think the worst the season ever going to get is like 25, and I think the best the season could have gotten, the potential wise, or even I guess if these last 2 episodes are what I think they're going to be, which is great episodes, I think even then the best they can get is the top, maybe at like 12 or 13. And so I feel like
that's if Jonathan wins.
No, I mean,
Jonathan has to be that good.
I think for me in general, I'm pretty confident that right now this season is turning into an HHH situation where HHH is pretty fun in the pre-merge. There's some nice storyline setting up, and you hit the merge, and you get 4 boring ass boots. Nothing happens. Nothing fun. Right, like literally Desiree, Jessica Cole. No, sorry, Jessica, and then Cole, a guy named Cole, and then Joe Mena.
I think I remember liking Cole. I forget.
He was all right.
Right. But like all these boots are like 9-to-1 boots. They just boot off the healers, and then but the good thing is that all of the characters that get.
I'm sorry.
that get developed in the pre-merge get far in the game and make it past these boring boots. So at about final 8, the game kicks into gear, and all of your big players come out of under their rock that they've been hiding under, and you get boots that actually matter, like Mike, the doctor, like Lauren, like Ben being kind of just like targeted every single round, like Chrissy getting targeted, Ryan getting targeted, Devin, everyone, all the characters you actually care about get to the end, which allows like the last 4 rounds to be great Survivor. It's not the formula for a good season, but it's the formula for a great last 3 episodes. I think that's what we might be getting with this season.
Well, HHH I think would have been a great season.
Going to get good episodes.
Both people talking at the same time doesn't work. Bitter first.
I think HHH would have been a great season if we didn't get, all the crazy idol finds and the final 4 fire making.
I think that's what made I disagree. I think as unfair as it was, that's what made the season fun. Was those last 3 weeks of Ben going on a run.
No, that was my least favorite.
No matter the it's okay.
I don't like Survivor.
Right, but I think no matter the morality of it, I think that's what made the season good. Obviously, everything I just said, but then also the fact that you see Ben go on a run there, whether it's fair or not. I think that is what really saved the season from being an actually objectively bad season. But that's just my personal opinion.
I disagree with that.
I think it's been bold of you to assume that the season's still going to be good.
And not everyone has to agree with truth. Sometimes we have issues with that.
Truth.
Okay, so we have
you live your truth.
We have 6 people left in the game, and essentially we have 6 people left in the game.
Essentially, bro.
Okay, you're down. Okay, essentially we have 6 people left in the game. And we have to rank these people. It's 1 through 6. Obviously, as always, unlike those other weird podcasts, we do worst first, best last. So we're starting at 6. My 6 is Romeo, as we let these 2 clowns back in these.
You say we, you're the only one there.
Prescott lives.
So we will do. Yeah. Why? Why do you have Dak Prescott as your profile picture? Can you
I don't know. I honestly, it's a weird story. So after the last episode, I just really wanted to watch Dak Prescott highlights for no reason. I don't know.
And then you started watching, you realized there were no highlights.
No,
as a Cowboys fan, that is just stupid. That's
Bro, what do you mean? I just wanted to watch some highlights, bro. I was bored.
Why?
I was bored. I don't know. So I just looked up Dak Prescott highlights, and he's a beast, by the way.
You're a weirdo, bro.
Especially sleeveless Dak. That he was built different, bro. Now we got this stupid ass sleeved Dak, bro.
Sleeveless Dak was worse. It's just
no, he wasn't. That was rookie of the year.
It's just that he had prime Zeke with him. Now let's stop talking about sports. Hold on. That's fine. You can say facts in a high pitched voice.
You're right. Exactly. I just said facts.
Exactly. Thank you. And so yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. Number 6 for me. I'll start out. I think we should all have the same person at 6. If you don't, I think you're crazy. From both a game perspective and a final tribal perspective, and also if you guys want to rank emotionally, which I don't, but I know you guys love to think that way. I think all of those combined, Romeo deserves this bottom spot with flying colors. One of the worst.
Whoa, he's saying that because he's gay?
He's homophobic, guys.
One of the worst people to ever make the post merge. Romeo's played a terrible game. He's shown that he can't play with power. He can't play without power, and he can't play at all. It's just bad gameplay. I think there's no excuse for this type of player getting to the merge. It should not be happening. Obviously, I'm not proposing that they raid the game or something, but I'm saying that I think Romeo's ability to play the game is so laughable that it's actually entertaining, and that's what's made him not the dud, because he's supposed to be the dud, the person who plays terribly and doesn't add anything and isn't a gigantic character. It's his bad gameplay is the only thing interesting about him, in my personal opinion. But yeah, that's me.
See, the reason I'm when you said this, because I thought you were gonna say Jonathan.
No, I don't think from a moral. I said that the person who was at my 6 was the person who's playing the worst game, is the most unlikable, and is a GOAT. Why in the world would that be? What?
I think that Jonathan stands 0 chance right now to win. I think Romeo could possibly beat him in a try. Yeah, that is true, but I feel okay. Do you think that
hold on. No. I think you might be misunderstanding. I'm not making the argument for Jonathan being likable, so that means it's good for his game. I think I'm just pointing out the fact that you misunderstood what I said. I was talking about Romeo, not Jonathan, because I know.
I'm saying that. Do you think that Romeo would beat Jonathan in a final tribal council if it was a final? Just say hypothetically, if it was a final 2.
I think everybody thinks Romeo is a terrible player, and no matter how they feel about Jonathan, if it's a hypothetical final 2, and unless Jonathan lost the last three rounds all of their jury votes, and even then, I think he could probably still win. Romeo, no one is voting for Romeo. Maybe one person, maybe one like stray vote will vote for Romeo. Just be petty. There's no way that Romeo gets more than one vote. Maybe one vote because you never know. Philip got one vote.
Have been superstar. Actually,
that's not an argument. Let's go to your number 6, Sky. We have to do Sky. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, it's between.
Jonathan, own it.
Go with your gut.
No, I actually know, but like, I don't even make. I'm just sticking with Jonathan. Actually, after the events have happened, like the last 2 episodes, I don't think Jonathan gets a single vote in the final tribal council, especially with the jury have here. We have amazing players like Drea, who likes to use race to her advantage. Hopefully, Marianne will be on the jury soon. That'd be fun. Probably not though. We have High, who like probably would still try to find a way to vote for himself in the final tribal council, even if he's on the jury. We have Tori, who's like, I don't know, probably just vote with wherever like someone like Chanel voted for. And then we have Chanel, who would like 100% never vote for Jonathan in any scenario ever. So.
Yeah, I don't know how you can look at Romeo and look at Jonathan and say that Romeo is lower on the power rankings. That's the most absurd thing I've ever seen. I don't care what Jonathan does. Have you seen Romeo's post-merge game? Yes. And I know both of you are going to say, oh, well, Jonathan's white male. And I can agree with the point to an extent. But Romeo has played such a bad game. There's a line to it that I think no matter how immoral these people are, even they wouldn't cross because they're game bots and they
look at this jury, man. I don't think Jonathan gets a single jury vote. Maybe Mike.
Do you think
Mike
Romeo
gets up on the jury? Think
Romeo gets a single jury vote?
Yes, I think Romeo could. In a final 3, no, he doesn't get a vote. But this is like a final 2.
Right.
I'm saying no.
It's not. But it's not though.
No. Okay, I'm saying if it's a final 2,
it's
between Romeo,
but it's not.
You go Google Gaga. I'm saying,
but
it's a final,
not.
Oh my! Let me speak.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts in a final 3, which is actually going to happen.
In a final 3,
would Romeo
of them would get votes.
One person? Okay, thank you. That's on you.
I'm saying a final 3, right? If both Jonathan and Romeo were there,
all I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind. Okay, sorry. I want to get anything copyrighted. Taking L's, are we?
Dude, no, I'm saying that in a final 3, right? If Romeo and Jonathan were there, the third person would get all the votes.
Yeah, I'm not listening to a word you say after you just conceded that W to me. So thank you for that. Well, Bitter, what is your number 6? No, what's number 6, Bitter?
Well, I was agreeing with a lot of what Sky was saying. So. You might need to kick me too.
Oh, nice. So you're also nice. Okay.
I have Jonathan at 6.
Absolutely ridiculous. You know what? Let's let the people decide. If the people agree with you guys, then I'll concede. What do you think? Comment down below. Who is your last place ranking? Hold on. Who is your last place ranking? Is it Jonathan or is it Romeo? Because obviously those are only 2 people. If it's somebody else, then you're obviously just a contrarian trying to be, quirky.
Guys, actually, but I don't think it is either. I think
that's not an argument. That's just changing your voice. Okay, so what's your number 6, Bitter? I'm guessing. Oh no, it's Jonathan, right? You said Jonathan.
Yeah.
Okay, so comment down below if you think that the number 6 spot should go to Jonathan or Romeo and why. I want to hear your full argument why. And maybe I'll change my mind when I read the comments.
Change my mind with Steven Crowder.
Right. Okay. Bitter, give me your terrible argument for why Jonathan said 6.
Awesome take, honestly.
I mean, I think Sky covered it. Straight white man, alpha male.
He's the alpha.
Not gonna win.
Absolutely laughable argument. I mean, honestly, I would argue my point, but I just crushed Sky in a debate.
Well, no, you didn't.
He even conceded it.
A good sign of crushing someone in debate is meeting them.
Definitely, because
you didn't beat me. What are you talking about?
When you beat somebody, you almost need to serenade on it in silence, and so I can't hear Sky just crying about it in the background. I really need to meditate on that one. W. Okay.
No W.
So I just need to serenade this W. Thank you so much.
You get the same amount of W's.
Thank you. That's all we need. Thank you very much. Number 5, I have Jonathan.
What's your reasoning?
For all of the same reasons that you guys made. He deserves to be at low on the list. The issue is that Romeo is such a bad player that he needs to be lower without a doubt, with beyond a shadow of doubt. But yeah, Jonathan, and he has maybe one jury vote, maybe like a Taku, maybe Omar because he wants like someone that he's played the game. But even then, no. I think his best chance to get it. Well, it was Lindsay because Lindsay was his goat to drag at the end. But now that Lindsay's gotten a decent edit, she's not really a goat. And also the fact that Lindsay hates him, not really easy jury vote. I'm trying to think, Jonathan. Maybe Drea, no, because Drea walked out and said something bad. So okay, so now hold on.
Something bad about
everyone, he could get Mike's vote, and Mike was on the jury.
Right, Mike, exactly. And again, if you want to talk about just jury votes, he even then like that's the tiebreaker there. But you don't even have to look at that because obviously he's not playing as bad of a game as Romeo is.
Maybe Roxroy as well.
Again, 2 votes. That's 2 full votes now. You guys
that's a lot of votes.
But that's literally
2-0 math.
Well,
2 minus 0.
If you want to add to the argument why I have Jonathan under Romeo, is that Romeo is not going to get targeted at all to be voted out. Jonathan,
that is
I
true.
feel like it's going to be targeted all the way here on out.
It is the final 6.
It is not crazy to say that. It is not crazy to say that.
That's not an argument, Skyler. That's just repeating what somebody else said. It is the final 6. Are you still not ranking goats low on your list?
Yes.
I'm adding something, a cherry on top of my argument.
A cherry on top.
Yeah.
Give us it. Is it
because my argument that he's an alpha straight white male is all I need.
You can't concede if your opponent doesn't.
Guys, I concede my entire argument. All the destroying that I just did 1-on-2, bro. It's actually incredible. But you know what?
Bro.
No, hold on. The cherry on top changed my mind there. All right, number 5 for you, Scott. What is it?
Number 5. Romeo was my number 5. Actually, wait.
Yes,
yeah, no, it is Romeo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's Romeo.
Bro, no, what do you mean? No. You're the one that put Jonathan in 5. Okay. No, we all have Romeo and Jonathan in our bottom 2. No, you did not. Bro, who is this kid? Who is this kid?
Yo, what is this NPC saying, bro? Okay, go ahead and talk about Romeo and how he's so bad and prove my point, right?
You just talked about Romeo.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's like the opposite of what you just did with having Jonathan.
Yeah, exactly.
Dak, go ahead. Go ahead,
you
Dak.
should love me. I'm Dak Prescott. I'm your favorite quarterback.
I love Dak. I don't like your terrible arguments that I've destroyed 2-on-1. Okay,
bro,
go ahead.
Why you keep saying 2-on-1?
Go ahead.
You're the antagonist.
I'm not even at full power. I'm fighting you with my pinky right now. I'm not even trying.
You're lucky that we're
fine.
podcasting.
Wait, what though? You're fighting with your pinky. Yo, fighting with your pinky. What did you say?
That's how much effort I'm putting in.
No,
just
see,
the energy in my pinky.
Spencer, you don't understand.
What the hell?
If this was on Xbox Live, bro, you'd be done.
Against Guy, not an argument, just an unfunny joke. It's okay.
I'm being cordial because this is your podcast.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, obviously, I think getting dominated in debate, obviously, it's gonna hurt. Taking L's like that, obviously gonna hurt.
I know it probably hurts.
Anytime I give Spencer an L, I get muted and put in the back.
Anytime,
bro's literally
exactly
Twitter person, bro.
you got it down. You got it down, bitch.
You're that one girl on Twitter that blocked me.
I definitely have blue hair for sure. I dyed it yesterday. Okay,
yes, you did.
Let's go number 5. Well, unless you have an actual comment to make.
I mean, I will say Romeo sucks. Like he's not good.
Love you, bitter.
Bro, oh my god.
5?
My 5 is Romeo, and he's so bad. He's so bad that he's overcoming being a minority gay guy. He's Latino, minority.
That is true.
And he's so bad that even everyone else is like, who cares?
He's the CEO of America.
And he's so bad that he's not even getting like the Twitter Survivor diversity campaign support. They're like, nah, bro, he is not like he is not. What's the thing is like
sounds like an actual man's voice.
he's not supposed to be like something that you're proud of, which is hilarious. These people who are only proud of like the people in their group, even then they're like, nah, Romeo, forget him, bro. No way.
I can only see him getting any votes if it was against Jonathan and them convincing themselves, like lying to themselves that Romeo is better or something.
In a final 3, you're saying against Jonathan?
Final 3? No, we're saying.
Well, final 3. I guess if Mike was there,
which is what's going to happen.
That's going to happen. You think that's the final 3?
No, a final 3 is going to occur.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
We're talking about my.
Why are you talking about a final 2?
We're talking about a final 2.
Occur? What's wrong with occur?
That's a goofy, silly word. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Wow, you just beat yourself in argument there,
bro. No,
let's go to my number. Is it 4 now? Are we at 4?
Yeah,
yeah, 4.
Oh no, well, bitter. Yeah, you gave yours.
I mean,
okay. I have 4. I have Mike. I think Mike is playing a better game than anybody right now. He's taking control of the game, and he was able to successfully play the game too hard last round and still not get blindside, which is a credit. Which is a credit to his social game. In the fact, that the Godfather and Omar didn't blindside Mike when he had the chance to, while also messing up Drea's advantage. It would have worked out perfectly, and yet he didn't. It's a credit to his social game. The issue is he played too hard last round. What I just said, I think the fact that Mike plays the game so freaking hard, and now all of a sudden starts ramping up, it's a very big jump, and it's probably gonna result in his blindside. I doubt Mike makes it to the Final Four, and even if he does, I think he gets beat by all of the women, I guess. Yeah, and then the other guy that's I guess if he gets to the end, all guys, that's the only way he wins the game. I think he gets beat by any of the women, just like most. And again, that's why I have the majority. Wait, hold on. So there's 2 women, 4 men. Yeah, so I think he gets beat by.
Wait, are we counting Omar as a man or a woman?
Well, you know what? Yeah, if it actually helps my argument, if we count Omar as a woman, then I think he gets beat by all of the women, and he beats all of the men.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And so I think his only chance is to get to the end with the 2 other men, which would be Romeo Jonathan.
Ooh, that is true. Oh shoot! Is a woman gonna win this season?
I think it's very likely.
A woman. It has to be, right? Because
let's just say the 2 people who are getting very positive edits right now are
Lindsay and Marianne.
Lindsay.
Oh no, I'm gonna kill myself.
Omar is way too obvious. Like, there's no way. It would be the most boring season ever.
Mike, he's also set up for advantage getting too.
Or he could
if he gives it back to Mike, he doesn't.
Okay. Or he could, or Omar could just get fired out because he's not good at fire. Also, and also because he's not going to win the immunity challenge at floor 4. On top of that, the other people who are competing with Marianne and Lindsay, who aren't Omar, Mike, does the old guy really ever win Survivor?
I think Mike is like a rare case. Well, everyone likes him, right? Like no one.
Again, it is also new era. Oh, that's my phone. It is also new era. You never know. Like there could be different.
Monster era,
And Mike's not playing like any other old guy. This is we never seen a.
I mean, Drea did hut.
Right. I think if Mike gets to the end, he could probably beat Lindsay in a vote. I think nobody beats Marianne in a vote if she gets to the end. There's no way.
Man.
Unless she gets to the end with Lindsay and Mike, and they like split votes. And
I agree, and I don't see, and it's weirdly I don't see anyone targeting her either.
Right, Marianne, which is the issue. Which is why I don't know.
It's going to show you that she wasn't a threat, later. But
it's going to make me sad, guys. Oh,
yeah, but like I do like that this time we were like almost certain of it. Like it's so obvious that we.
Well, yeah. The last season prepared us for this season.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like but not only that, but it's like this time I'm 100% certain that Marianne's going to win. There's no way that she doesn't, and so I'm much more prepared for it than last season, where I was like,
a good
"There's
run,
literally
guys.
no way Erica, wins the game. There's no way." Whereas now I know there's no way that Marianne.
Well, guys, it was a good run, but I think I'm gonna be done with Survivor.
It's weird. I said that jokingly, like the first episode, like if Marianne wins, I didn't think it would happen, but maybe
we're all saying
now it's like it's become a thing that we're so used to. Like it's become like a normal. Like we're all agreeing that Marianne has a very good chance. I'd say at this point over a 50% chance to win the game.
I will say this, like we all think Marianne's gonna win, but I can't think of like a single move she did.
She's done zero things.
I mean,
she's just gonna win by default, bro.
Single move that Erica's best move was splitting the vote, bro. Like, can you think of the move that Erica made?
There was someone
who was going to get voted out at the merge and also in the pre-merge, and then also never got targeted, and also got to the end with 2 goats who were at least played decent games.
Okay, Xander
should have got more votes. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like
in the comments
in the game
on Spencer's video about Marianne possibly winning, I was in an argument. Someone was saying, like, of course Marianne should win. Everyone loves her. Her whole edit has been people have been annoyed by her.
Right. Exactly, right?
And
people are trying to like
it's
her.
funny because they've like shown that, and so you think, oh, like she's just gonna be a fan favorite, and that's what I thought for a few weeks. But they always spin that annoyance as a positive. It's always so first it was, well, that annoyance I can actually use my advantage by using my emotions, or it's that annoyance is because of my childhood, or that annoyance. Or that annoyance is going to help me fly under the radar because people aren't going to take me seriously. It's at any time anything negative happens and she shows her negative character traits because her traits are not good for winning the game. They spin those negative traits that are always bad for a winner's edit in a positive way, and that's the scariest part of
Do you know what the worst thing is?
edit.
You know what the worst thing is?
What?
If she does win this season, it's gonna reinforce her to still act like a retard. So like, she's gonna probably be even like more weird now. You know, like
no, 100%.
Imagine like she's probably gonna like freaking. Oh my! I can't imagine the.
Well, you have to think that she already knows if she won, and also if she lost. So she would already be acting like that the past 9 months.
You know what I'm saying? But like, she obviously gonna wait because
past year actually.
Yeah,
but like she has been acting like an idiot on Twitter.
Like, dude, like you know, like the amount of devious things she's gonna do, the amount of awful, like horrific.
Erica started hosting the Canada EW or ET.
Oh my god, is that 2 Canadian? Yeah. Oh my god, that's 2 Canadian.
Yeah, she's become. Erica's become even more obnoxious after winning.
I mean, what do you expect?
Said that didn't she say that you're not allowed to have an opinion on the Will Smith thing if you're not a black person.
Well, she took back her opinion.
It's one of the most ignorant things I've ever heard all year by anyone. By this non-black person saying that you must be a black person to have an opinion. Well, can you not have an opinion then on that? And but like, oh my god, these people.
The thing was,
trump their own logic. Okay, go ahead.
She had an opinion and then took back her opinion and apologized because she shouldn't have.
That was very racist of me.
Well, it's funny. She is saying her opinion about white people or non-black people not being able to have an opinion. But if that's true, then she can't have that opinion. I mean, it's a paradox, and this paradox unravels the threads that make up this ridiculous,
you have to be
radical
to think like her, basically.
Ideology. Exactly, and it's just silly. And it just comes down to, if you're right, you can rationalize your opinion. I've yet to see anybody rationalize this nonsense with a shred of logic. All they do is yell and scream and cry and and say stuff in a comment section. It's never facts. It's never logic. It's never logos. It's always ethos and pathos. Get the fuck out of here with that. All right. Number 4 for you, Sky. Is that it?
What was your number 4? I totally forgot.
Mine was Mike. Yeah.
Mine is Omar, I think he just has too good of an edit, and I think he's gonna get either advantage getting that, or he's gonna lose in the fire making challenge.
I would agree. I just have Omar higher up because he's played the best game that we've seen, honestly, probably since Tommy. Yeah, no, Tony. I think he's played the best game we've seen so far since Tony and Winners at War.
Do you told me to name a person that is playing a good game right now that you 100% don't think is gonna win? It's Omar,
Yeah.
So I mean, to be fair, he's the only person playing a good game.
Right. So I feel like he does deserve the top blank, which we'll get to later, spot. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. What's your number 4?
Mike, same reasons you said. I think he only wins if he gets there with Jonathan and Romeo. Yeah. I think people are going to look at him, even though he is a person of color. I think people will not.
Obviously,
he's Puerto Rican.
People are going to see him as an old white straight guy. He is, but he's not. You know what I mean? Like because nowadays the whole, it's like a token. You can wave it. It's like an ID you can have where you wave it around, and his ID is expired. He doesn't
use his ID in the first place.
Right? Cool. You got it on point, Sky. There we go. You're rebounding from earlier loss. Go ahead, Bitter.
Yeah, he also gives off the alpha vibes where he's buddies up with Jonathan, football coach. I think he can get there because I think he's not. I don't think he's the first.
Do you think he turns his back on Omar though?
I think there's a path there, but it involves him either having to work with Marianne or Lindsay. That's the big issue. It has to be Marianne, Lindsay, and then Omar in fire.
Well, let's get one thing straight, right? None of us think Jonathan's gonna make it to the final 3, right? We all think.
I think it could be a possibility.
You think so?
I think so. I think it's not likely, but I think so. Okay, here's Mike's best path. The end. So, assuming that Omar will never get out with an actual vote in the game because we think Omar's playing such a good game, he'll never get out with an actual vote. Then it has to be Marianne, Lindsay next. Whichever order doesn't matter. I would assume probably Lindsay first because she has less support around her. Then Marianne at 5 because then I'm sure that some of the advantages will expire, whatever, hopefully. And then we get to 4 with Omar. He or Jonathan wins immunity. Jonathan puts whoever against Omar, and whoever's against Omar is going to crush Omar unless it's Marianne or Lindsay who are already gone. And then
if Jonathan, would you probably put Mike
against
because
Mike,
you want to bring Romeo with you,
right, exactly. So he puts Mike against Omar. Mike crushes Omar. It's a Mike Romeo and Jonathan, and that's where you see Mike probably.
That's honestly kind of like a goated final 3,
a 6-2 vote probably.
That'd be a pretty
honestly,
good final
goated,
4.
That's actually probably our best
that.
final 3 we can get.
It's not going to happen though.
Yeah, there's no way that one of these women is making
the girls are in
such
3. The girls are in such great spots in the game.
Think about it, guys. I just don't want to have to actually think about that a woman's going to win this.
I just don't. I really don't understand the mindset of it just doesn't make you feel good. So I'm not gonna look at reality. Like it
was a joke. Though.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people in general who call themselves optimists but aren't realistic. Because in the end, you can be an optimist or pessimist. But in the end, the only thing that matters is if you're realistic. And I feel like that's honestly the problem with the people here who got this radical ideas is the idea that they think in hypotheticals. It's always
racism.
Well, if this or this is invisible racism or actually like it's all unconscious. You can't even control. It's mind control. It's like where's the argument? Where's the actual facts? Yes, right. Doctor Strange, which you saw in the movie theaters today. Like it's what I'm saying. It's like these people don't rationalize their opinions, which is what we've done for thousands of years to decide who's right. And these people don't understand that. They want to crush the fabric of society, and yet this society has propped them up and given them the right to do all this stuff. All right, let me stop ranting on political stuff. Let me go back to the game. Number 4, we did do bitter, right? Number 4.
Yeah, Mike.
Cool. I got 3. I got Lindsay.
What?
Yeah, I am my top 2 is the other 2 people. Lindsay to me at 3. I just can't in good conscience put her at top 2 because of her edit for the first 9 episodes. 8 I'll say 8 episodes. But I think you have to at least consider the fact that she's getting a great edit the past 3 episodes, and also that she's in opposition to somebody, which is always good for a winner's edit. Think Sandra versus Russell. Think Sandra versus Fair Play. Think
about all Sandra's wins.
Right.
Yeah, you could also be Fishbag versus Joe, though.
Well, yeah. Well, of course, there's always something to trump it because there's been 650 people to play the game. Think I'm trying to think Jenna Maraska versus Rob. Think Parvati versus all the guys. I feel like to me winners always have that opposition that they have to beat out. And I think for me, a great example of this in this game would be Lindsay. I don't think it's necessarily the case, but I think it's always positive for her edit. Speaking of her edit, it's been awesome. Her gameplay has been mediocre at best, but I mean, we've seen that you don't need any gameplay to win this new monster era of Survivor. I mean, look at Erica. Her best move was splitting the votes 6-3-3-2. Against some Shan, who apparently was taking a gigantic poop on the island while she was splitting the votes. So,
wait, actually?
That you didn't hear that rumor? Yeah.
No, I didn't hear that.
It's not a rumor. It's confirmed. Shan was having some problems, and she was off the island for most of the time when they were strategizing her blindside. So
I was taking a giant.
It was after Liana told her that she was getting blindsided.
You're getting blindsided. Damn, I got to share. I'm not going to do.
Which is interesting that Shan didn't play her idol. But I apparently
she probably felt super safe. Yeah.
Yeah. But so.
But who would have thought Shan was full of shit this whole time?
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I did. I made 7 videos on it. You can go check it out. There's a playlist on my channel called the Shan Videos. Okay. By the way, speaking of plugs right now, I might as well plug. If you want to watch this podcast on Spotify, you can go watch it right now in podcast form. Let's say you want to go in your car, listen to it. Let's say you want to turn your phone off and still be able to hear it because YouTube, for some reason, doesn't allow that. You can always do that.
YouTube Premium, you can.
Right, yeah. If you
bro,
pay
YouTube Premium.
Right? I do.
Your playlist is like a bunch of music videos. Your song playlist has a bunch of music.
That is a pretty cringy boomer thing to do.
It's great not to get ads though on your phone.
Yeah,
the ads.
I don't get ads on my computer because I have ad blocker, and then
but your phone still.
Right, I get it, but ads? I can tough out 5 seconds.
Well, I think YouTubers make more money when you watch it with YouTube Premium than watching their ads.
Well, yeah, I've noticed.
I don't want to give a lot of the YouTubers more money because they're bad people.
Right. That's why. Well, what it is you get a transactional revenue, which is the amount of ads, companies putting ads in your video. Then you also get a YouTube Premium revenue, which is specifically when someone with Premium watch my video, YouTube pays me a few cents or whatever, and it adds up. Yeah. But yeah, so back to the season.
Just give us more money, guys.
Yes, please. Yeah. Please give me more money if you want to become a member.
Don't give me any money.
If you want to become a member, you can press the join button if you're on computer or on Android. For some reason, on iPhone, you cannot see it, so you have to go to the link in my channel description.
And even better, if you want to be a special member, Spencer's OnlyFans is also in the description below.
I'm actually partnering with Ozzy. We're doing I'm not even gonna make that joke. So Ozzy's my 3 is Lindsay for in conclusion. Yes, go ahead, Sky.
What is that? Is that all you're gonna say? Oh yeah. My sadly,
kid, bro.
I know I forgot you were talking about her before you started doing the thing. Yeah, it's okay. My number 3 sadly has come this time to rank the final man. It's Mike Turner. I do think that he has a better shot to win than all of the guys besides Omar, obviously. Then again, Omar is so obviously getting voted out that maybe he does have a better shot. Or Omar is so obviously gonna leave the game, if I should say. That maybe he has the best shot to win out of all the guys. Because while I do think a Jonathan and Romeo final 3 is maybe one of the least likely ones. I don't think it's a stretch to say it's a possibility that it could happen. I just think that I could see Romeo being in the final 3 easily at this point.
Yep.
It's the Jonathan part that because it's he would have gone home if he didn't win immunity this round. He probably would have went home last round too.
That's the only way. Yeah. Out, this upcoming round. Oh no, I guess because 5 is too far. They'll definitely get him.
I think that Omar would turn his back on Jonathan, but at this point, I don't know if Mike would turn his back on Jonathan.
It'd be dumb for Mike to turn his back though on Jonathan.
It would be dumb, but I think Mike would if that's what he wanted to do. But
I think Omar would try to convince him.
Well, that's the thing. It's if Mike wants to do that in his heart, even if he's being convinced, if he wants to do it, he'll do it. But if he doesn't want to, he's not going to be switched over to the other side.
Actually,
no way.
I think it's really cool if Omar was originally the one started controlling him, and stuff like that. Yeah. And then he eventually votes out Omar and he gets Jonathan to do it and stuff like that. That'd be really funny.
I just don't think Omar's playing such a good social.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think he's either going out in fire or
is going to win the game. I think those are the only ways. I think
if Omar is in the final 3 with Marianne and Lindsay. Who do you think?
I think he still wins. He's playing the best game by far. It's not even close.
Yeah, Omar's the only one that can beat the 2 girls.
Beat the 2 girls. That's the only.
So we actually rooting for Omar to win now.
But
have we come this far?
He'd be more satisfying than them.
Well, he'd be very satisfying. I think the issue is that
that girlfriend.
Bro, what the hell? This guy is really taking L's today. So Omar to me, obviously we're considering Omar a girl here. So if that's the case, then you have the 3 girls are in the best spots. I mean, they're at the top of all of our lists, or at least close to it. And I think with that, you see this inherent fact that right now in this new era, from what I observe, you see males go out mostly in the pre-merge, if not an even balance. Then at the start of the merge, you see a lot of really good, a lot of bad female players go out. A lot of very bad female players go out. Last season examples would include Sydney, and then you have Tiffany and on, and then and also Shan. And then this season you have Chanel, Tori. Who am I missing after that? Who's it?
I don't think anyone else. I don't think any other females been voted out besides
Drea.
Lydia.
Lydia didn't make the merge, but yeah.
No, Lydia made the merge.
But Lydia, Chanel, Tori, and Drea, all within 5 rounds. Right.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's all within four episodes, and the only gap, that's all within five episodes, and the only gap had 2 men going out in 1 episode. So I think the trend is pre-merge either even or a little bit more men go out, and then at the start of the merge you see a bunch of bad players that happen to be women go out, and then about final 8 you see it really is just back and forth until the end, and then at the end women always win. Women win over
that's why higher. Here's my perfect strategy for guys going on Survivor. Bring all guys to the end. That's the only way you're gonna have a shot at winning.
But then you're gonna have some dudes like Omar and Hyde
you still have a better shot than bring in especially you don't want to bring just one girl because if it's just one
No,
girl
you want to
against
bring
guys,
zero.
they're all gonna be like, "Oh, she definitely played you guys."
You either have to
No, we
bring
played her,
like
you know what
the
I mean.
worst possible, like because you can make a broken argument for Erica. Not so much Marianne, but definitely Erica. You can make a broken argument for Erica's game and say she was socially aware. At least she actively played from the bottom, similar to a Michelle. I think it's still a flawed argument, but you can make it. I think you like have to bring like a serious like. Honestly, I think the only woman right now that you could take to the end and still be guaranteed GOAT is older women. I feel like older women will always fill that role because right now, obviously, the whole thing is empowering women, but it's usually like these, the women in the 20 to 35 age bracket.
But we were hearing weird crap about.
No, Heather was not.
Heather like, oh my god,
Heather was not going to win.
You say that. You say that.
They would talk and Heather. But... Yeah. Talk, blah, blah. People were also saying that Heather was the greatest player on the season. That's not true. Like, it's BS. Come on now.
People lie to themselves and they vote and make up their story later.
Again, there's nothing that you can say that will convince me that Heather was in any way a good player. No, sorry.
I didn't say she was a good player. I'm just saying.
Well, he's saying that they were out here saying that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Who is they?
Ricard.
Everyone.
Okay, well, Ricard thinks he's the best player to ever play the game. So Ricard
probably High too. I'd probably be like, I think that Heather was actually a great player of Survivor. Yeah.
High got blindsided unanimously on a season with a bunch of game bots who can never.
It's the worst players. It's the worst players that say that they like. I would even consider like. Would you consider like Ricard like
Ricard was the best player? Ricard was the best player in 41. Again, that's not really an accomplishment.
He had the best situation in 41.
If he had a more savvy cast, Ricard wouldn't have got even close to the end.
Right. I mean, I think Ricard plays the best game. I don't think Ricard's necessarily the best. Well, I think he's still the best player because he played the best game. Like, it's hard to separate that.
Oh, he's the best player on the seat.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. I think if you play that in a simulation, Ricard wins the game less amounts of time than other players who I think,
Yeah, I think Deshaun wins multiple times.
I think Deshaun, Shan, or JD.
I don't think Shan.
Players like that. I think Shan could definitely win
to go pre-merge
with it a less assertive cast for sure. But we'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
I think like if you put like Ricard on like a cast with like a bunch of like players from the 30s and stuff like that, he probably goes out pre-merge.
Again,
he's a pre-merge boot. He only survived because Shan.
When you're talking about going back to different decades of Survivor, that grab player, I mean,
that decade was like 2 years ago.
Even if you go into like the 30s,
decades of Survivor. I mean, come on. Okay,
it's not decades. That's like
let's go for my number 2. Is it my number 2? Right?
Yeah.
Sick. Wait. What was your 3?
Wait. I didn't say my.
I was gonna say better. What was your 3?
Omar. Because I think he has the best shot to win if he gets there, but I don't think he gets there. So
yeah, I don't think he gets there either. Again, the fact that he's the best player in this new era so far. I mean, since Tony and you're talking about newbie seasons, arguably since Tommy, but even then, I think he's played a bit maybe more impressive game than Tommy has. And if that's the case, then you're going back to probably Dom, I guess, plays the.
To be fair, Bitter doesn't know what Tommy did exactly.
Yeah, so. Tommy. I mean, he just basically controlled the whole game. It was very boring. He played a very old school game compared to the person he beat out was Dean, who had 5 advantages at the end that he never used, and Tommy didn't have any advantages.
I mean, to be fair, hold
on, Sky. I'm explaining. And then Tommy didn't even go to the island like of the season and anyone. So he played a very old school, a very boring game. He wasn't a fun character. But
you basically would have liked them. You would have loved him actually.
I can't wait to watch 30 and 39. I'm gonna love those seasons. I bet.
But yeah, so yeah. And then I would say if not for Tommy, then the best newbie player since Omar, or the best newbie game that we've seen since Omar. Dom, I guess
Dominic Abate, the GOAT, the legend, Dominic Abate. Okay, he should have won. We all know why Laurel voted for Wendell. Okay. Are we just gonna not say it? All right, it's because he was flat.
You sound like Russell right now, like that cringy boomer alt right right now.
Where's the lie though?
Yeah, that's true. It is true. Okay. Okay.
I want to say something about Omar, but I completely forgot.
Probably because he might be gay too.
Never mind. I completely forgot what I was gonna say.
Like, when is he gonna tell his girlfriend?
Let's go for. My top 2. I have 2 Omar. I think I have to, again, as I said repeated times, I think you have to put respect on Omar's game. He's played the best game since probably Dom as far as newbie seasons go, unless you count Tommy. It's iffy. And I think for that reason, you have to respect him and put him in the top 2 for a power rankings that isn't even the finale yet. But the fact that he can't win the game based off his edit being too perfect, it's a big deal. I will say though that we like haven't seen we like have seen perfect winners all the way up until 39. So I mean, come on. But yeah, we'll see. Go ahead, say your point, and then I'll talk about Marianne being number 1.
Yeah, just remember that was the thing was Omar. So he has an idol. His best option would probably be to keep it, even though he would lose Mike's vote.
I guess so, because he gets like every jury vote right now on the jury. Everyone on the jury will vote for him except for Drea, and then now it would also be Mike as well.
High might not. I could see High being bitter.
That's 3 people out of 8. That's still 5.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree with majority. But
and those other votes are locked too. Like Chanel's lock for him, Tori's lock for him. You know what I mean? Like those are lock votes.
But I still see him giving the idol back just because it's a really bad look, because everyone knows it's Mike's.
But I think he's just playing.
Probably be best to keep it.
Yeah. I think he plays that timid and says no. That's way too big a risk.
Like Ricard did, but yeah.
I've been playing such a good game so far. I've been playing the best game since Tony. I'm not going to risk this. No way. So,
I would say I'm playing it tonight, and then not play it, and then play it the next tribal.
Right. Exactly.
But never know if you're a dirty, scummy liar.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but it gets you. But Omar's gets such a hard chance to get into the end.
The issue with Omar is like it's like he can do all this, get through all this advantage, get him if it happens, whatever. He gets through all that. He gets to 4. He's too weak to win immunity, and then he can't make fire. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you have to win that
last challenge.
You have 3 options: be a goat, so you get dragged; win challenges like Jonathan; or be good at fire like Mike. Like Romeo, Mike, and Jonathan. I just described 3 different people. All does not include Omar. You know what I mean? Like that's
yeah. But who knows? Maybe the last challenge, like final 4 challenge, is like a puzzle.
Omar is not going to win final immunity bitter. Come on now.
Well, it could be some random
endurance challenge.
I mean,
better.
Sometimes they're random ass. Like they're not going to be a strength challenge, so he doesn't have to worry about that.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, we're trying to be like cute with him now. Better.
Okay. All right. My number 1. Yeah. Sadly, it has to be Marianne. It's a gut punch to my stomach. Someone that I think will be an exponentially worse winner than Erica. I think Erica, again, as I said earlier, you can make a broken argument for Erica being a half decent player. You can't make an argument for Marianne not being a not good player, if that makes any sense. To me, it's like I feel like Marianne's issue is that she plays the game emotionally. At least Erica, to me, didn't play the game emotionally. She played the game bad, but she played the game trying to play the game, like actively knowing what she was doing, whether it was right or wrong, whether her social gameplay was good or not. She played the game directly. Miriam is like almost like lucking her way in. She's like she was the target several rounds, whereas Erica was really only the target for the first round of the merge and the last round of the pre-merge. And although they didn't throw a challenge to get her out, I'm sure that's something that they considered at some points in their mind. So that also puts her on an even spot with Erica. And really what hits it out of the park is the fact that she plays the game with her emotions. She's a Sugar, to me, like a very, very similar to a Sugar. I will say the only thing that
Sugar Daddy.
Sugar's active in making the moves.
Right. Sugar like makes moves. Marianne gets dragged to the end by Omar, gets shielded by Jonathan, and will probably end up going to the end with like a goat like Romeo or a goat like Lindsay. So
that's bad when Sugar's a better player than Marianne.
Than you. Wow. Sugar is a less emotional player than you. You lost. You lost at life.
Marianne
spun the wheel of life, and it landed on what's it called?
Lose? I don't know.
No. But better. It's not a whammy, but you know, like the old show. What is it?
Oh yeah, it'd be whammy.
No. Is it a whammy? Oh yeah, no, like right? No whammies. Yeah.
No whammies.
I remember that. Yeah. She spun the wheel of life and landed on a whammy. Man, that's a tough one for her. God.
Wow.
Who?
Wow.
The person next up, like
man,
Sky.
Sky.
Dude, I'm so sad right now.
Bro.
I'm so sad.
Do we all have the 2 women for our final 2s?
My number 2 will be Lindsay. Yeah. What, mate? My number 1, the stinky bugger. Yeah, it's gonna be a Marianne.
Bro,
he's so upset. He's so upset. He's doing a bad Australian accent.
A bad Australian accent, bro.
Dude, I'm so sad right now.
Why are you having an orgasm while you're saying the thing? Just say it, bro. Like,
bro. No.
Okay.
One ginger beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, these bodies, yeah, they don't deserve to win. Okay, anyway. Okay, so Lindsay Wright has gotten like a good edit. At first, I thought she was gonna get voted out like really soon because it's like big, stock and edit or whatever. But since it's been like good now for like a couple episodes, I think she's either gonna make it to the final 3 and be a dud, get no votes, or she's gonna go out really soon. I'm leaning more towards she gets the final 3 along with Marianne, and that segues into Marianne being at number 1.
Yeah, I think
she's gotten a great edit. So
I think she's either a likely boot to go like at 6, like right away, at like as soon as the next episode starts, or she goes to the end. I think the 5 spot is Jonathan or Mike's. I think it's one or the other.
This was the perfect spot for her to go.
I think that for me, the 5 spot is Jonathan or Mike's. I think this 4 spot is easily Omar. I don't think it's even close. I think it's got to be guaranteed, right? Yeah, and then I think for me, like the final 3, you got Marianne guaranteed. I think Romeo guaranteed, and really it's between Mike and Lindsay for that last spot.
And Lindsay, my player idol this week.
So. She does have an idol now because
if it's Marianne, Mike, Romeo, what do we think? It's probably a 6-1. So there's 6-2, 7-1. I think Jonathan votes Mike in that spot, right?
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah. I think so. I'm just trying to think of like any possible way Marianne doesn't win,
Because I think like what's the thing is that, but there's a caveat there. If Mike gets to the end, that means he kept playing aggressively like he is right now, which is really like the past 2 rounds. Past 2 rounds, he's been playing very impressively. He got all aggressive, and this is that's usually what gets people voted out right now, and he's succeeding in doing it. So if he does it,
second best player after Omar, if you're voting based on strategies,
who's still in the game. So I think like right now, if he gets to the end, that means that he did that for 2 more rounds, make 2 more incredible moves, which means that he's playing the game really really good right now. And I think that if he were to get to the end, he could snag like 3 or 4, but it's tough against Marianne.
That is true. That is true.
The ultimate demographic person to be at the end. Like she's the perfect demographic. Like
she's stupid. She's dumb.
But she also has that like quirky personality.
Yeah.
Isn't it hilarious?
Actually, isn't quirky at all. I'm like other girls, except actually like every single female I've ever met in my entire life.
You can just tell every time someone says
God.
Says something positive about her on the season. It's like that face you make when you're trying to be fake nice to somebody.
It's like when the girl in school.
I'm not trying to be fake nice, so I'd be like, "Shut up!" Then like I do like it's the like tackle thing.
It's like when the girl in school says, "You're my bestie," but like she's not. Like she didn't give. She's trying she's being fake nice, like because it's funny. It makes you look stupid. You're the butt of the joke. But of course,
we're laughing at you, not with you.
But of course, if you called that out, then you look like the aggressor. And so again, it's a lose-lose situation.
When Drea said you just be yourself or whatever she said on her way out, be you.
Stupid.
Dude, what you want her to be her? Like have a toe infection and like die because her toenail keeps coming out?
We couldn't get that lucky.
Whose toe does that? No toe does that. Her parents hate her so much that they try to kill her.
So funny
because
Marianne
no. Her parents tried to kill her. They never told her about this underlying medical condition that she has because they want her to be gone from their lives.
Not ill, bro.
They don't want her in their lives. Does she?
The only way she could die is if they sent her into a jungle, a tropical jungle, and whoops.
1 L and Sky went crazy, man. I don't know what happened. Okay, all right. So I already talked about my.
Do you know how much I take W's? So I never take elevators because there's an L in them.
I got time for Sky. Now it is time for Sky to give his top 2 after taking that.
He just did his top 2.
I just did. No, I will say this though. Okay, I never ride elevators because I don't take L's. All right, it was the dumbest shit I've ever said in my entire life.
Yeah, it's a lot of waste of time going upstairs.
Thank you for calling yourself out on how dumb that sounded.
No, bro, that was so funny.
Top 2.
What about escalators? They count.
Thank you, top 2.
Escalators, yeah, they fine.
Thank you, Bitter. Top 2. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. You're done talking about escalators and elevators? Okay. Yeah, so, all right. So my top 2, I have Lindsay at 2 and Marianne at 1. Sadly, I'm doing it because I want to be prepared. I don't want to be blindsided, and I know how this stuff goes. I know what kind of cast this is. I know what kind of jury this is. No one's targeting Marianne because they all think she's a goat, and then she's gonna get there at final 3, and it turns out, oh, you just didn't realize she was a sheep turning into a lion. we'll make up some bullshit. She's the best player on the season.
She's a lizard turning into a parrot. Like,
did you guys know that Marianne was black?
What?
Oh, that's a game changer.
And her only chance of possibly going home would have been like this week, but she was given an idol by the producers. Don't try to convince me it wasn't an idol by the producers. It was sitting there right in a tree, down a path where you can just throw an idol up there. You telling me no one else saw that tree with an idol?
I think they probably just gave it to one of the girls. Like they were like, hey, like we're gonna put it in a spot where like Lindsay and Marianne are gonna get it, because Lindsay missed it. It was like, and she easily could have gotten it, and then Marianne found it. So I wouldn't say that they made it for Marianne because Lindsay got it, almost got it.
Or because Dre and Marianne just used their idols when they didn't have to, and then they're like, "Oh, here's one back," so it's like you never lost it.
Right, but I think that well, obviously Lindsay almost found it, like it was right there.
I guess.
Well, Lindsay too. Is Lindsay shorter than Marianne?
Marianne looks short.
No, Marianne's definitely the.
Because like, bro, how did you not see that, bro? If that was me, bro, I would not. That would not have happened, bro. I would have yoinked and taken that and ran like a cartoon character. You know,
you'd be surprised when you're not eating for 26 days.
Yes, because you definitely know what that feels like.
So the only chance she would have got targeted is who does, because I feel like this week it's going to be who doesn't have an idol or an advantage. We're voting that person out. And
I know that
one of those people that doesn't have one is Omar.
I know that's like the new quirky belief. Everyone like, if it's funny, bro. Like the Survivor community is just like high school. The new thing, it's just like TikTok. It's a new cool thing that like I remember when like the new cool thing was to say that Michelle should have won Winners at War. It was a new cool thing,
bro. Yeah, like who actually thought that?
It's just stupid. Or like
the specialists.
Or the new cool thing was to say that Chandra was like actually a fitting winner, or like
that's the old cool thing. That's been a cool thing,
right? But no,
that's like the boomer cool thing.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's the old new cool thing. Like it used to be the new cool thing, but now it's kind of old now. And right now, I guess people are saying, oh, it's definitely gonna be an advantage again. And that leads me to believe that maybe there's some sort of spoilers out there. I hope not. But it's interesting. And then hold on, I forgot the biggest one when everyone thought Tiffany was gonna win for sure. I trust me on this one, guys.
We didn't think that.
I did the math, guys. Like, bro, you actually obviously looked up a boot list, bro. You're not that cool. I promise.
Yeah, I think Tiffany's gonna win. I definitely didn't look at a boot list for that, but
so it's
the only reason I suggest advantage getting is because everyone has an idol,
right?
Except for Jonathan's the best chance of winning.
Is there anything that's already expired? Anything?
No.
Well, all that's left is idols.
And right now we have Lindsay has an idol. No.
She has an idol because Drea got voted out.
Yeah, she has the amulet idol.
Oh, yeah, okay. Lindsay has an idol. Yeah, Marianne has her idol. Mike, we're assuming Mike gets it back. Mike has his idol.
Yeah.
And then, but if he doesn't get it back, then, and I think this is the more likely scenario, because I really think Omar's going to go out and fire. It just
I guess you could target Romeo. I forgot he doesn't have anything.
Oh,
we forgot that Romeo existed, just like them.
Because he's that bad, which is why he should be last place in your rank. Okay, good.
All right, so the vote could come down to Romeo versus Omar. And why would you vote? Why would you vote out Romeo or Omar?
Mike, or Mike if he doesn't get the idol back.
Yeah, but I highly doubt that. I get like a 99% chance he's getting his idol back.
Agreed. But I don't know. My hypothesis rides on the fact that Omar gets to 4, which to me is a very obvious thing. But obviously, this is the only roadblock to it, so I kind of have to ignore something.
I would have a lot more respect for Omar if he keeps the idol and then bluffs it. That'd be really cool.
I mean, I don't really care. You guys have a little bit different thought process than I do. I'm more of a game bot. If anything else,
that's
like,
a game move.
Do the best thing. Well, yeah, no, but obviously game bot. Obviously, the book definition of a game bot is just do the most calculated best move, and I think the most calculated best move is not to.
Game bot, guys. I'm thinking about the game every single day. Every single day of my life, all I do is think about the game.
Whoa, Sky.
A game bot will know who has the biggest.
No, not really.
A game bot will know who the biggest target is, and Omar's the biggest target.
Well, isn't the whole point of being game bot is that you're socially unaware, and that's why we make fun of them all the time?
Exactly.
Right.
Like Zach. Like who likes Zach?
Exactly.
Like who actually likes Zach?
Exactly.
Like, no one actually likes Zach. It's like people pretend they do to be quirky because like being like liking the skinny white liberal dude is like really popular for some reason nowadays.
Yeah.
But like no one actually likes him.
The Harry Styles is the popular thing.
Yeah, like Harry Styles, exactly. But no one
First
actually
Boost should never be allowed to talk about Survivor.
Who?
Oh,
First Boost.
Especially Francesca.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Once you're voted out first, like I don't even care. Like a person watching the show has more insight to Survivor than you do.
Yeah, because at least they haven't been voted out first. You have, so
and you've proven that you're worse.
A larger L.
You can't even last one vote.
Well, it's like this way, like the person on the couch, their average placement on a season would be 10th place. Your placement was 20th place, so you lose. Yeah. That's it. You like it's number.
The person on the couch has more potential because they could possibly survive.
So he has more potential.
Exactly, more potential energy. All right.
Off the couch.
Is that it? Is that it for the final?
Well, I have Lindsay. I didn't say anything about her. Her whole. I want to talk about the football thing. I played football for like 6 years.
She most definitely was a kicker, or like.
Oh yeah, I was like, did you start though? She's like, I played every game, but did you play special teams one play?
Yeah, I was gonna say definitely.
It's like that one.
You would mention the position you play, and you'd say, I was starting wide receiver or starting running back for 6 seasons. Oh, I bet you played one play on special teams.
Well, like when I bring it up, I'm like, yeah, I was just like a slot receiver. Like there's like Lindsay didn't say anything. All she said was she played in each game. It wasn't even started. She played in every game.
Yeah, who doesn't say the position?
That screams like kickoff return blocker.
Yeah, maybe she held the field goal. She held the
wait. Were you a slot receiver though? Like actually?
Yeah.
Wait, what were you?
Bitter was an O lineman and D lineman.
D-line.
If I
right. I was a running back, starting running back. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But like, but actually now I'm trying to. You guys brought up a good point. Like, no one doesn't bring up their position when they talk about it. You know.
It's like because it's like with football, positions and plays are everything. So
where are you starting Lindsay if you're the coach and you want to win games?
The bench. Yeah. Limau. Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, girls do have a weird unfair advantage where guys just don't want to hit them. So if you put her at running back,
I remember one time. Yeah, so do I. I remember one time in Pop Warner, there was a girl and like she scored 3 touchdowns because every time she came near us, we would panic and we would actually dive out the way because like you're taught from a young age, like you don't hit a woman, like that's not okay. So like when there's a girl on the field, you like want to be like, you know, like everyone trolls in the huddle, like, yeah, we're gonna fucking like we're gonna show her why she shouldn't play football. But then you get out there and it's a fucking girl and she has blonde long hair and it's like, how do you hit that? Like, what are you gonna do, bro?
If I could play again, like nowadays, I'd just truck her and be like, equal rights, equal lefts, bitch. And then
so I actually in middle school there was this one like girl that like played on the practice team or something like that. I forgot. Anyway, they put her as linebacker. Like I think it was like middle linebacker, left linebacker.
That is so
like one of the plays.
That's like unfair to her.
Honestly. And I was the running back, and they gave me the ball. Oh no! And I didn't know it was her, and I like ran through her, and I felt so bad.
Shit on that girl, bro.
No, it's equality right there.
This isn't a story about a girl, but I remember like I used to play running back before I was slot receiver, like in Pop Warner or whatever. And I remember playing running back, and I remember one time I was the coach had just made me run. So I have to back up. I was running and I got frustrated because I got tackled. So I like threw the ball on the ground and like celebrating was a big no. You couldn't celebrate. And they mistook me throwing the ball on the ground for me spiking it, celebrating, which is so they like made me run laps. And I was so pissed. I was about to run off the field. So he's like, get back in that huddle and run the ball. So I ran with like a lot of anger, and I remember trucking my teammate, and I injured one of our players. I remember and it was like actual like a good player. We ended up losing like a bunch of games after that because that player was gone. So the coach the coach got mad at me. And I'm like, no, this is your fault for making me that mad, bro. No, okay, all right.
I low-key feel bad about that still. Maybe I wonder if she goes to my high school. I'm sure I had to apologize to her.
Be like, Limau, you got caught lacking. Okay.
Well, at the time I felt really bad because I was growing up with you don't hit women.
Right. Yeah. Yes. I mean, it is a good value to have for sure.
That is a good value for sure.
Not anymore though. She it's more like she ran into you. You didn't hit her.
Yeah, she was trying to defend me, and I was just running the play.
Right. She I mean, like my fist and this hammer was just in my hand. She ran at her head at it. I mean, come on, like what can I say? I mean, like officer. Okay.
I would sue her for damages on my hammer.
She didn't tell me she was 12. Yeah, exactly.
Someone's got to buy me a new one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's my constitutional right. The right to bear hammers. All right.
I will say that was one of my best. Like, actually, though, like that was one of my best, like ever, like
moments of trucking a girl.
Yeah, no, like no, one of my best ever. What would you say?
Highlights.
Like trucks. Like it was because it was like one of the cleanest hits I've ever done. When trying to run the ball, but it was maybe because it was easier because she was a woman.
My best game was definitely the one after like the coach pissed me off and like he was like because like at the end of practice I had ran over like a bunch of people and he was like. If I have to make you, if I have to yell at you for you to run like this, I'm gonna yell at you every practice. And I was about to strangle him. I was like, no, that's not the solution here, bro. You need to be apologizing to me, bro. I was about to walk off the field.
Coaches don't apologize.
The thing that fueled me was I was like a white running back, obviously. So like everyone was like, I'll get that white boy, whatever. So I just had to prove the haters wrong. It's like when there's like a white like cornerback on like an all-black team.
Well, I mean, there's like apparently there hasn't been a white cornerback in the NFL since 2015, which is crazy.
Yeah. So. What about equality, guys?
Right? No, that's to be fair, that's equity.
Yeah. We need the Rooney Rule for cornerbacks.
Isn't the Rooney Rule so like
I think equality of outcome? Equality of outcome is one of the most destructive things you can do to a quote unquote.
What? You don't want to force a bad white cornerback on your team?
Right?
That's a bad outcome.
You don't want to force a bad woman coach on your team, bro.
Right? Yeah. No, I don't know. It's unfortunate. All right. Let's go to the Skylander universe.
Podcast Monday. Check it out. I'm actually almost done with my video that's like 30 pages long. Like script wise, I'm almost done writing the script.
That script keep getting longer and longer.
I swear, bro, this game never. It's about like one of the Skylanders games. Obviously, I swear, bro, like the game never ends. But I'm almost done with that.
Is that coming
editing out? The video, I don't know, next sometime in like either like late this month or like early. What's the next month?
I just want to make sure like the podcast before it comes out. I make sure we make sure we get a bunch like everybody that watches this video to go over there and check it out because I can tell you guys he's been putting a lot of effort into it. I'm very proud and I want to make sure this video is amazing.
Yeah, I will. Awesome. Don't worry, I'll tell you like one. Yeah,
got you, bro.
Still a little way.
Cool. Just work on it and make it as good as you possibly can. Bitter.
Sir.
My universe. I'm trying to keep my universe from falling apart with these last couple episodes.
I think
Survivor.
I personally see that this season trending upwards at the end. I don't know about you.
Oh no way!
Because with a Marianne win in sight, you think it's trending?
No. I'm talking about gameplay. I'm not talking about Marianne win.
These are the two things that can happen. Either Marianne's going to win, or Jonathan's going to get to the final three with anybody and lose.
Right.
And then it's just
Jonathan. Hold on, because pause. We all agree Romeo is like guaranteed to the end. There's zero chance Romeo goes home, except for like advantage getting, which I personally think is bull.
Yeah, that's the only way I could see him going.
Right. So I think in all of our scenarios it makes it easier because all we have to do is consider who is going to go besides Marianne and Romeo. Who's going to go with them? Like it sucks because like how does Marianne not pull it out?
Lindsay.
Lindsay, Marianne, Romeo is that almost likely?
Lindsay or Mike? It's gonna be Lindsay or Mike, one of those two.
For you're talking about like for the third spot.
Yeah, I don't think Omar gets the end, and I don't think Jonathan gets the end.
Yeah, so it's Lindsay or Mike
between those four.
I think Mike gets to the end. He then had to play a really crazy game, and maybe he could challenge Marianne. I think if Lindsay gets to the end, she doesn't challenge Marianne, and even then, it's two girls challenging. No.
It's gonna be like watching your favorite team lose in the Super Bowl if Jonathan gets to the end and loses.
It can be like watching
I think it's
favorite team's quarterback get injured over and over again. That's
Dak Prescott injury. Oh no!
The worst outcome is Marianne, Romeo, Jonathan at the end, and then Jonathan gets 0 votes.
Hey, Marianne beats Jonathan. Yeah, yep.
They're like Romeo gets stray vote as well. It's like put ice on the cake. He gets like.
So let's at least hope Jonathan's not at the final three there.
Like at least we won't be like disappointed. Oh, I mean, like we like because we'll see it coming.
We can call him like a fallen angel of sorts.
Yeah. Otherwise, you get like a Xander thing where it's like he's just everyone calls.
Like, you got to the end. He's literally a goat, bro. He's terrible. Like what a terrible. You got 0 votes, Lamau. Get right.
If I'm Jonathan, I don't want to get to the final three.
This is why you're not gonna have kids when you're older. All right. So again, on my channel in my universe, Spencer universe, I'm just trying to do good things. I just putting on work. I'm doing some stuff behind the scenes that maybe will come to fruition. Maybe it won't. We'll see. But again, none of this happens without you guys. Without you guys, Mr. Weird Guy, Weird Microphone. Again, as always, if you want to check out this stuff on podcast, but by this stuff I mean the live shows and also these podcasts on Spotify. Check it out right now. You can look up my name. Make sure you leave a 5-star rating. As always, none of this happens without you guys. I'm Mr. Weird Guy, Weird Microphone. So as always, thank you. And if that's it, I'll talk to you guys in